Oh, hallo, wer bist denn du? Hast du dich auf meinem Kanal verirrt? Ja, heiße dich hiermit herzlich willkommen auf meinem Yu-Gi-Oh! Kanal Kungnir. Und ja, du wirst verschiedene Videos zum Yu-Gi-Oh! Thema finden, ob es Matches sind, ob es Deckprofile sind oder ähnliches. Und ja, ich würde dir sagen, stöber mal ein bisschen durch und ich wünsche dir sehr viel Spaß. Dann bis gleich. Hello there, everyone. Here's Kungnir and with another bird deck profile. I will making this video in English because of all the countries or all the other countries that wanted to make that or wanted I make this deck profile. So there's a lot of non-German speakers out there that watching my videos, and I was thinking, okay, for this deck profile I can make an exception and making this video in English, but my English sucks, so yeah. I hope it's okay, more or less. So yeah, it's a very highly requested deck profile, and a lot of people are waiting since 5 months or longer that I make this deck profile with the support from Battle of Chaos, and I did test it a lot. I'm not quite fine with the build yet. I will change a few things, but I can show you what I got so far. There are 3 cards missing. Not that I don't own them, but more in rarity-wise missing. I wanted to hold 3 more Starlights in this deck, but I'm still missing 1 the Dark Magicians, 1 Illusion of Chaos, and 1 the Dark Charmer in Starlight. But other than that, it's pretty high rare. You could say more or less max rare. And yeah, then let's start with the monsters. Total, it's a 40 card deck, of course. As you can see, I have all dices as playset as well. Dark Magician Girl, the Dark Magician Circle, and or the Dark Magic Circle, and the Dark Magician, of course. And yeah, I doesn't understand why this one is so expensive. Okay, it's beautiful. It's the most beautiful dice out there. But the more rare ones are the Dark Magician Girl dice. But it seems so nobody wants this dice, and I don't know why. Okay, this would be in Lila, would be perfect. So this one is purple, would this be Lila? This was more pink, or what's called. This would be, this one pink would be more beautiful. So, for monsters, I play, of course, Triple Dark Magician. I cannot understand why people are running 2 Dark Magicians and Dark Magician builds. There's much more banishing out there. So Mirror Jade, Diddy Crow, Called by the Grave, and all that bullshit. And yeah, I want to play 3. I play 3. Has multiple reasons for fusioning, or for that your card works in general, because you most of the time you need Dark Magician, or a card synergize with Dark Magician. But of course, it's a Dark Magician deck, so you have to play Dark Magician. So I don't understand why they are playing 2 Dark Magicians, but I will always play. So I played 2 of Dark Magician Girl. Of course, it's my favorite card. But I tested this at 1, I tested it at 2, and 2 is more fine with this build, because I'm focusing more on fusion summoning and on these 2, because that's what Dark Magician cards do better than playing this not, or does not include your strategy with this one, other than Soul Servant. The Dark Magician cards work really well, or there are some specific cards that are of surprise for your opponent if you play them, and you know I play them, and I have to play it. It's my favorite card after all. And I play Triple Magician's Throat. It's standard for searching your things out. Triple Soul Servants to turbo out your Dark Magician Girls and your Dark Magician, mainly Dark Magician, or to dump your Dark Magician Girl in the grave to get an extra body, but that happens not all the time. I play 1 Timaeus. Yes, before I was playing 2 Timaeus, but I was cutting one Timaeus for playing one Palladium Oracle Mahat. Yeah, now that is the more or less rare one. I guess it's only 6 or 800 in the world or in Europe. I don't know, but I own 2 of them, so it's a pretty rare card I got from Konami. A pretty rare card. Then I play one Abridged Illusion Edition. I was thinking about cutting it, but at 1 you can search a Dark Magician if you don't have one, and 2 you have a nice push, like a honest effect, and I really like that, and I really want to keep that. So I'm playing them at 1, and of course triple Illusion of Chaos. 2 is standard rare, 1 is secret rare, but in a few months this will change, and I have everything in standard rare. This one makes the deck so good. Depends on the matchup. I even ritual summon this one. It's really funny. But other than that, you can search your things out like crazy. You can search everything, and that's very good. Mostly I search Magician's Wars or Magician's Souls. And if I have access to the fusion and to Dark Magician, I even use my search my Timaeus out, and that's it for the monsters. Then for the spells, it's pretty standard as well. I play triple circle. Okay, most of the people play only 1 circle, maximum 2, but I wanted 3 for consistency reasons. Then I play the Pot of Greed of the deck, the Soul Servants. It's an exceptionally good card, and Then I play, in this deck you can even draw 3 cards, because I play Mahat. But I will cut Mahat, so Mahat in playtesting was not that good as I wanted it to be, but it's okay. And I play triple Bound between teacher and student. Most Dark Magician players don't even play this card, or even only at 1. But I was more focusing on Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl as a team. And I waited many years that Konami released this card, and then they finally released this card, and I was testing it at 1. It was pretty good if I had it, and then I was playing it at 3, and that was a Boomer. You get a free body, you get a destruction spell, or you get a Harpies Feeder Duster for free, so you have to play 3, at least 2, in my opinion, but that's only works out because I have a very specific build that's built around Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl in general. So for others, they play Sky Striker Engine or some bullshit. Then I play 1 Dark Burning Magic, of course, or the Dark Magic Attack, so that's its name. So the searchable Harpies Feeder Duster. Then I play Dark Magic Twin Burst. It's one of my favorite cards in this deck because you can blow out your entire opponent's field, even in their turn, because it's a quick play spell, and it makes it very fun. Most of the people play this only at 1. I play triple of Secrets of Dark Magic. As I mentioned before, I'm focusing on fusion summoning, and you can even withdraw summon with this, and I want to have this at 3 because if I draw it, I must not search it, and it's not hard once per turn, so it's very good. Then I play 1 Illusion Magic. The reason is why I play this, that happens so many times that I can dodge my opponent's Veiler or Impermanence if I activate this effect on field, and they imperm that, and then have Illusion Magic, and I can search 3 cards, so it's pretty good. And it even helps you when you brick and don't draw any Dark Magicians. And finally, 1 Magician's Salvation. I love this artwork of this card. It's maybe from artwork-wise my favorite card of the Dark Magician archetype. And I really would love if Konami have printed this one as a playmat. Speaking of playmats, I have a Pokemon playmat this time because I got it as a present from my little brother. And it's featured my favorite Pokemon, Eevee, or Ivy, I don't know what's called in English. And yeah, I had to show it, and I really want to play Yu-Gi-Oh on it. So I will using this playmat for future videos and future matches. Then for the trap cards, I play one Magician's Navigation, my gosh. And yeah, normally you don't need this card anymore, but I want to have it in a backup hand. And for the start, it's also pretty good if you discard it with your Apprentice or with Dark Magician. It's even a free negate, so I really love this card, and I want to keep it at 1, no matter what. Then I play triple Eternal Souls. Yeah, most people are wanting 2 Souls and 1 Magician Salvation. I was thinking about it, but I'm not a great fan of it, because I find Eternal Soul is way too important to just play it at 2. And okay, you can argument that Soul Servant will recycle souls, but no, I want to play it at 3. There's a much back row hate going on, and everybody is targeting this card to just pop your own field, and I want to have it at 3 because you can't recycle banishing cards and so on. So I want to draw it, I want to have it. Okay, I would wait to draw this one as this, but sometimes happens that you have both of them, but if you draw it, you must not search it, so that's good. And for the last trap card, it's a Dogmatic, a punishment. Together with Ensis, this is a really good 2-card blowout against your opponent. And yeah, I'm thinking about cutting them to test other cards. I was thinking about testing the branded engine in the deck, because you can easily make a Dark Magician a knight, and you could even play Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight. I'm thinking about playing them. And yeah, you can even make easier Dragoon. Yes, I play Dragoon, and I have no problem with that, because I'm thinking that it's a Red Eyes and the Dark Magician card. It is how it is. Then for the extra deck, I play 1 Imduk, the World Chalice Dragon, as easy dragon target to make your Knight and Dragoon. I play 1 Artemis Magistus Moon Maiden for the synergy with the Wars. Everyone knows it, so I must not explain it. Then I play 1 Dark, the Dark Charmer. When I put this in the deck, I was thinking about a lot of dark monsters are in the format. So just like Phoenix Enforcer. Okay, Phoenix Enforcer is not more dead sprayed around. Even Dragoon is not sprayed around anymore. But you can revive, yeah, a lot of other things. So just like Despia and this Tyralaments, or what's it called? Then can you link climbing, or what else? IP Masquerina, yeah, or you can even catch your IP Masquerina from your opponent. I play 1 Amiki Asperina, then 1 Nightmare Unicorn, and the Access Code Talker. Yeah, I know this one's pretty new in the deck, but I wanted to test him. You doesn't summon him often. I guess I only summoned him once in 30 or 40 duels, but I want him to have. So it's nice to have an Access Code Talker in this deck. Then for the punishment targets, I play Triple Alter Entity Entis. Then I play 1 Master of Chaos. I think you have to play him because he's very good, because when you summon him, you can revive 1 of your dark or light monsters, and everything in your deck is light or dark. So you can revive a lot of things, and 1 of your fusion materials you used, except for the Illusion of Chaos. Yeah, you make this one with Dark Magician and Illusion of Chaos, and I find it's a very cool monster. I even have the playmat from this one. Then, of course, I think it's a Dark Magician card, so I want to play it. Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. I doesn't make him that often. Same for Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. Holy shit, I haven't summoned this one, I guess, in months. So I don't know why, but the dragon cards I really don't summon often, because I summon really often, and of course I have this in Starlight Rare, the same for Dragoon. The Dark Magicians, I'm playing Tribble, the Dark Magicians, because I think this is your to-go fusion for the entire deck. I cannot understand people that are only playing one of them. 2 is definitely fine and enough, but I really wanted to play 3 because it features both Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, has a good effect, summon both, you can draw like crazy, and it's a very good combo card for the Soul Servants. And he's one of the reasons why I play double Dark Magician Girl, because you need Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl and one spellcaster monster, any spellcaster monster, and that's pretty neat. Yeah, that's my Dark Magician build so far with the Battle of Chaos cards. As I mentioned before, I will cut the Mahat, the Dogmatica Punishment and the 3 Entes, so I have then free space to try other things out. I must looking what I want to try out exactly. I was thinking about maybe playing 2 Timaeus. I will not play Eye of Timaeus because I don't think it's a good card in general. If you can search it, then it's worth running, but we now have Timaeus, and the monster Timaeus is searchable, so I would rather play the monster Timaeus and the spell card Timaeus because of searchability. And yeah, I was thinking about maybe play 2 Magician Salvation, but then I was thinking, okay, it's too much. Side note on this one, with Magician Salvation in this deck, you can even summon very often your Dark Magician Girl back, and that's pretty funny because then you have always a wall to protect you, and you can even make a crazy link play with this, and I love this card. Yeah, I guess that's it. Okay guys, then it's your move. Write me down on the comment section below what you think about my Dark Magician list so far, or what you think I could do better, or maybe you tried a few cards out. I really try my deck lists on a long period of time, and made a few changes. I tried this out, and as you can see, I'm looking always to evolve this deck even further and further beyond, and I really wanted to make the best of this deck as possible, and make it as viable for me as possible, but at the same time I really want to have fun with it. That's the main aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I want to stay the deck as it is, so I really want to always focus on Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl on my Dark Magician builds. So I guess there are only then a few changes, and not that crazy changes. Yeah, but greater than competitive. Yeah, I wanted to play always Dark Magician on a competitive level. Surprisingly, this goes pretty well, but the main focus problem of Dark Magician is that it's bricks, and sometimes you don't have access to certain cards, and Dark Magician is a deck you have a combination of cards, and you have not a single card that does everything just like other decks, so one card starters. You always need 2 or 3 cards to have a combo in your Dark Magician deck. And that's the reason why this deck is not that crazy. You always need 3 cards to make insane boards. So it is as it is. But I want to make this deck as competitive as I can and as consistent as I can. So that's why I play most of the ratios at 3. And even try out a few new cards. So, yeah, for example, the Salvations and the Magician's Navigation and so on. So or the more hard, I will always trying to make the stack more, yeah, diverse or better, that it can play to specific situations. But the meta is shifting right now very hard, and yeah, a lot of negation is out there. But this will not keep me up from improving my Dark Magician and showing my love for Dark Magician. And yeah, I will work on it as I do the last 20 years. And I want to improve even further beyond, as I mentioned before. So, okay, yeah, guys, then that's it. Then thank you for watching. Stay tuned for my other videos. And yeah, I will catch you guys later. See ya. Oh, du bist schon wieder zurück? Ich hoffe, du hattest deinen Spaß. Wenn dem so ist, dann lass dem Video doch gerne ein Like da. Und wenn du möchtest, abonniere doch auch den Kanal. Das würde mich sehr darüber freuen. Dann danke, dass du da warst. Und dann würde ich mal sagen, bis zum nächsten Mal.